Was it Mind Games?
Yeah, Mind Games on Nature's Guardian. So I feel like he needs to maybe talent out of that. That's basically the only thing they can exploit is that when a shaman dips below 35% health, you heal yourself for 20%. But if Mind Games dips you below that threshold, the 20% heal that would normally heal you kills you instead, and then you just die suddenly out of nowhere. So they either didn't anticipate that and they needed to Trinket Sacrifice before it had been closed together, or talent out of it, as it's, I think, more likely to backfire than it is to be a benefit, specifically against Mind Games.
Also, I don't know if you guys... No, go ahead, Ben.
I was going to say that it's just, at that moment of the game, I really did not expect it to end. They had pretty much every single defensive cooldown except for Clock's Trinket. They had Sacrifice, Bubble, Trinket, Astral Shift, everything. So that huge unexpected moment of burst closed out the game, but I feel like if we see this matchup play out, I'm still thinking Integrity Damp is going to end up winning if everything trades the way it's supposed to.
I was just going to say, I don't know if you guys mentioned this, but neither Frosty or Livin are running that Gladiator's medallion, so big damage from both of those guys, but Blast Wave Bros taking that game number 1, and yeah, I don't blame you for ignoring my pun. Ben said they got blasted, but it was,
well, they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I could probably do better than that though with that name. But they're gonna take that game number 1 victory. But what do you think about that, Super Tease? Do you think that Integrity Damp is still gonna win this series despite their game 1?
I think so. I mean, that's literally the only mechanic that Blast Wave Bros could really kind of cheese with, is that interaction with Nature's Guardian, and I've seen that happen on the ladder before too. So they needed to be ready for it. Whenever Mind Games is being casted on your shaman, that's the scariest moment in the game. Combustion was up too. They had time to just Trinket Sack. Did we just teleport?
What? Are we in the maelstrom
Where are we?
Are we falling into the maw? And Ruki's gonna go first.
Fancy new transitions here. Production showing off a little bit.
Start spinning in your chair.
What was that Rubik's Cube thing they did though? You guys see that?
Yeah, that was interesting. The transition.
Yeah. Can we do it again?
Yeah,
where are we going next?
We gotta go. Put us back. Put us back.
They didn't want to.
Okay.
We're stuck here for a little while.
They're being stubborn. They're like, we're gonna only flex once. That's all you get. All right, well, Blast Wave Bros and Integrity Damp both locking in their compositions here. We're going to be going to Tiger's Peak. Did you finish your thoughts, Tease, before we got distracted?
I don't even remember what my thought was.
I don't think so either. Man,
oh, Mind Games is really scary. If it's being casted, get ready to trade a cooldown because you'll die really fast. That's the logic.
Yeah.
Checks out.
That was actually the logic behind my my prediction as well. Mind Games just counters hybrids, so that was literally the only thing going through my mind. I didn't consider any other variable in the matchup. I was like, yep, they got Mind Games. That was team as a hybrid. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
I could see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you disagree or something, Ben?
I just feel like that game was looking pretty good again. I guess the thing is, the way this matchup kind of plays out is it's looking really good for Integrity Damp until it's not. Basically. Like, the way they trade back and forth is it's like Integrity Damp is looking like they're just owning the whole match, just crowd controlling everybody, stopping everything until they don't stop something and then they lose. So it's just one of those games. But I feel like if they're definitely going to respect the Mind Games a little bit more, I would say. And that is interesting to even consider trading. Like, what would you get instead of Nature's Guardian if you opted out of it? Do they get like another defense?
You get Spirit Walker's Grace, movement cast, lower cooldown. It's not really that big of an edge. You're just basically talenting out of it rather than getting any benefit of talenting into something else. You don't need to do it. I mean, Nature's Guardian is really good on every setup that they don't have Mind Games. So. But sometimes it's just not worth the risk because that's really your only win condition, I think, as a Shadow Priest Mage. It's just getting a Mind Games double tab on Nature's Guardian and they don't have time to react.
Alright, well, game number 2 here. Blast Wave Bros looking to put themselves on match point, or is Integrity Damp gonna tie this up 1-1?
Alright, here we go. And once again, this is just one of those matchups. Integrity Damp, their objective is to just stop combustion. Stop combustion, as often as you can, and then just get out as much damage as possible. Blastoid Bros, they need to find the crowd control. They need to find the setups. They need to get cross crowd control in order to actually make those combustions effective, so they can find themselves in a situation like we saw on the Grand, where they're able to just absolutely delete Baka. And it seemed like Integrity Damp, they just weren't even able to respond to it in the moment. So 30 seconds into the game, let's see who they decide to go after. Looks like Fnovers is going to be the target of choice for now. Ratapie just throwing in a Hammer of Justice, but he's looking to be A-OK. Stormkeeper coming in. Baka now is a bunch of damage lined up. Who's he going to go after? So he's going to get Polymorph. Livin just diffusing this initial push from the side of Integrity Damp. Now Frosty might get one-shotted. Forced to use the Fade to avoid all that Elemental Shaman damage. I think that's more than enough of a trade.
Yeah, and right now both teams just trying to find some pressure here, some momentum. Right now, Fnovers is going to be escaping out of that CC chain, Living, trying to take him down with the leftovers from that combustion, but not going to be able to make a dent here. Fnovers just immediately retreating to the opposite side of the pillar or the map, and he's just going to be chilling over there, waiting for Warwicks, waiting for Baka to get some pressure. And you can see Frosty, Ratapie, and Livin, they are completely happy with this. They're just going to sit back. Livin just going to look for something to press Fireball on so you can reset that combustion so that they can go again and do it better, since they didn't really net themselves anything there. I do believe Frosty also used his Human Racial on that Lightning Lasso, so it doesn't really hurt them at all to wait up a little bit here, but they kind of don't have that much time as well. They are on a timer, you know, the longer this game goes, the worse it is for them, so they have to pick their moments. They force out the Dispel, there's the Hammer of Justice, there's the Silence, Mind Games coming through. Warwick's going to use his Trinket and that Demonic Gateway, and that is an excellent strategy as well. You saw a lot of these Wizard comps utilize that, especially Skillcat EU, just sheeping up somebody, and then when that sheep gets dispelled, they just charge somebody and just pump all their cooldowns on that target, and they could net themselves a win with that, just with the Shadow Priest Silence. So definitely a lot of ways here to win the matchup. If you are on the side of Blastoid Bros, you can do a setup on the healer, you can do a long CC chain on the healer, or you can just go for raw damage like that. And now once again, Warwick's isolated here. If they Hammer of Justice him over here, could be very dangerous. He realizes that though. Excellent gateway, and Fnover's going to reposition on the opposite side of the map so that he could dispel a potential Hammer of Justice there. Very, very nice position here from Integrity Damp. But again, Blastoid Bros, they're going to have their combustion now, and they could be setting something up with that very, very shortly.
We see Sky Fury down. Baka just loading out Lava Burst, hitting Livin pretty hard here, knocking him to Walrex. Nice pass in line of sight. Lightning Lasso gripped away. Nice defense. Both teams, it's pretty